49ers hire Dan Quinn to match with their new general manager, Adam Peters, to lead this franchise into the future.
The way that we live is not for everybody, okay? It's not, all right? Because we're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner.
Whether the team is giving us the highest of highs or the bluest of blues, we'll cover it all here on Commanders Nightly News. I, of course, am your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me. Let's get to tonight's lead story. So, the cost of success. It's well worth it. One of the cost of doing business, of being a successful organization, is you lose talented personnel. Whether it's players who seek greener pastures, whether it's coaches that look for promotions and an upgrade in title, or you're talking about front office personnel. In this case, we're talking about Assistant GM Lance Newmark, who I think we all had admiration for and, loved him in his one lone season here as Assistant GM. He came in, had a profound impact. You could tell right away he was a grinder and a football lifer, guy that was going to scout his ass off and help acquire talent and bring them here to Washington. And we didn't get to have him for very long, but his presence was felt. Nothing's final, but reports are he's going to end up in New York with the Jets. He's heading there for a second interview, and the likelihood is they're looking to partner him and Aaron Glenn, who already said if the job is offered in New York with the Jets, he's going to take it. And it makes a ton of sense when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. Lance Newmark was in Detroit with Aaron Glenn. So those two have a working relationship. They know each other. And again, they were a part of an organization that got to see firsthand what it's like when GM and head coach are in lockstep with one another. And so it makes a ton of sense. It's why I thought Ben Johnson was going to try to go somewhere where he could bring Lance Newmark along with him. But what he valued most was talent at the quarterback position, which I get. And that's why he made the decision that he made to go to Chicago. But looks like Lance Newmark is going to be on his way out. No surprise. Nobody is in this thing to be an assistant for the duration of their careers. Everyone's looking to be the guy. And I'm happy for him if he does accept that job in New York, if it's offered to him. And I wish him nothing but the best. But this speaks to a larger point. This is what I want to talk about with you guys, because this is uncharted territory for us. This is new to us. We're not familiar with people coming and cherry picking the best of the best that we have to offer. But this is a part of winning. This is the cost of success. So what I'm telling you, just like I told you guys, get used to primetime games, get used to playing at 4:25. The days of 1 o'clock, which is very, I think, convenient for your schedule on Sunday. You get your game, you get it out the way, you got the rest of your Sunday to do whatever you like. That's over with, okay? So I want to start rewiring your brain, because this is our new norm. This is our new life. Losing coaches every year, having players that you can't re-sign that are really good, and watching them go elsewhere and blossom, right? Because you can't re-sign everybody. Seeing front office guys be poached to go become, assistant GMs and general managers, right? And director of player personnel, because this guy was an excellent scout for us. It's happening, and it's starting right now. We're over here clutching our offensive and defensive coordinators like, hey, you can't have them. Back off. But at some point, they are going to leave us. I hope you're aware of this. I just asked for 2 years. That's it. And this run indirectly may buy us the time that we were looking for, because being that Cliff isn't taking any interviews until this thing is done, this run is done, and we have no intentions of this thing ending until we win and hoist the Lombardi in New Orleans. By the time all of this transpires, teams aren't going to sit there and wait a lot of times. That's why Steve Spagnuolo is still a defensive coordinator instead of a head coach, because I really believe that teams would like to interview him would like to, figure out if he's the guy or not. But and not that Spags wouldn't want to interview, but I also think he's focused in at the task at hand. And when you're focused on trying to help your team win, it's hard for you to, do both. You can, right? You can do both. But the longer you're in it, the harder it is for teams to wait on you and, make a decision based off of what you're doing. So this run may save us in the Cliff Kingsbury department. Because the only job that I think he was willing to leave here to take was that in Chicago. Now it's been filled by Ben Johnson. I don't think he's leaving here to go be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's not leaving here to be the head coach of the Vegas Raiders. Those aren't desirable destinations. Maybe he likes Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he likes him enough to leave here and go there, right? So I've said this all along. If I'm a prospective coach on the offensive side of the football, I'm holding out hope that Joe Burrow becomes available and Zach Taylor gets canned. And you don't wish for another man's, plight, right? But if he doesn't get it done, I think they look to move on next year, and that would be the perfect landing destination if you're a guy like Cliff Kingsbury. But again, I digress. Lance Newmark may be out of here. He may be heading to greener pastures, literally the Jets green. You get it? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But this is the beginning. This is the start of us losing talent. Again, this is uncharted territory for us. Something that we have to get used to. It's something that never, ever gets easy, right? It doesn't get easier. You don't get less, you don't get more desensitized to it. It doesn't become less painful to watch quality coaches, players, and front office personnel leave, knowing that it's going to weaken your organization. But if you do a great job of replenishing, if you continue to keep the pipeline strong, it's no different than having a minor league farm system. You got to keep it strong. Because those guys that are in the minors now eventually are going to be in the pros. You may even have to trade a couple to get something that you need, right? So the next group has to be really good. You got to keep them coming. I trust Adam Peters and his staff to identify talent. The great thing about Chef P is he's been in the scouting circles for over 2 decades, right? Coming up through the ranks with the Patriots and then moving on to the Denver Broncos. And then, and this is why I know we're going to win the Super Bowl, right? And then to the San Francisco 49ers, because everywhere he's gone, they've won. The only place he didn't win a ring was San Francisco, but they went 3 times. Or twice, excuse me. They went twice. So I know we're going to win a ring, right? He won in New England, he won in Denver, and he's going to win here. And he knows talent. And so just like he was able to go get Lance Newmark, he can go get us somebody else. And eventually that guy's probably going to get hired as a GM somewhere. Or he's got somebody already in the wings waiting for their opportunity to be promoted. Either way, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. But just know, this is the new norm. This is our new existence. This is the standard right here. What we're establishing right now, this is the standard. And when you do what we did this year, we are the example. How many times have you heard people in just the last week say, hey, look at Washington. New ownership, new GM, new coach, new quarterback, and they turned it around and they have a chance potentially to go to the Super Bowl and win the whole thing in 1 year. They were 4-13 last year. I tweeted out something Daniel Jeremiah said. He said the Washington Commanders are the North Star for organizations looking to turn it around. That's your example. That's where you follow, right there. That's us. I know you got to pinch yourself sometimes to be like, well, wait a minute. They're talking about us. We're the standard. Yeah. Get used to it. That's who we are now. And I'm not going to lie to you. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. We'll see if Lance Newmark takes the job, or maybe, just maybe, he'll end up back here. I would not hold my breath on that. I expect him to come in agreements, to have an agreement in place with the Jets either tonight or early tomorrow. And I think Aaron Glenn is going to follow suit, and they're going to have their coach and GM pairing in New York with the Jets. And again, if that is in fact the case, I wish Lance Newmark nothing but the best. I just saw him the other night, hugging Terry as he walked into the tunnel, locker room after they won. Saw him cheesing on the sidelines, because he went back to the scene of the crime, right? He was a Detroitian just a year ago. We plucked him, and he had to go defeat his old boys and old mates. And so I know that had to be somewhat bittersweet for him, but exciting at the same time. And just like that, bing, bang, boom, that man's about to be a GM. And, that's wild because he had been kind of in the shadows in Detroit for a while. And then Adam Peters went and plucked him. And just like that, he's a GM now, potentially. Life comes at you fast. That's what success can do for you. Put a microscope on you quick. I'm just clutching my stuff, man. I'm just clutching my Cliff Kingsbury and my Joe Witt Jr. Like, hey, man, just give me just a little more time and our love will surely grow. Just give me just a little bit more time so my quarterback can surely grow. Just give me a little bit more time. I'm enjoying the ride, though. Now, I told y'all this, and y'all, some people fussed at me. You're fear-mongering. I'm like, nah, I'm just speaking truth. Success breeds attention. Attention breeds people coming for your stuff. I told y'all, I don't know how long Cliff, I said this before Cliff coached it down here. I said, I don't know how long he's going to be here, but we just need to enjoy it. We just need to enjoy it. In other news, more awards, or should I say, the start of award season for Jayden Daniels. We're just getting started. We've only just begun to win. We've only just begun. So Pro Football Writers of America have cast their votes, and Jayden Daniels is not only the offensive rookie of the year, according to Pro Football Writers of America, he's also the offense or the rookie of the year. So these are two different distinctions, right? There's a rookie of the year, there's a offensive rookie of the year, and there's a defensive rookie of the year for the Pro Football Writers of America. He won 2 out of the 3. He doesn't play defense, or he probably would have won that one too. Okay. So Jarrett Verse won the defensive rookie of the year. And still, obviously there's the AP award that will be given out for the NFL honors on the day before the Super Bowl. So we don't know if he won offensive rookie of the year. Wink. We don't know if he won offensive rookie of the year yet. Wink, wink. But Pro Football Writers of America said not only is he the offensive rookie of the year, he's just the flat out rookie of the year. Let's take a look at what they had to say in the statement that was released with him winning. Washington quarterback Jayden Daniels, who broke the NFL rookie quarterback single rushing season record in leading the Commanders to the playoffs for the first time since 2020, is the 2024 Rookie of the Year and the Offensive Rookie of the Year, chosen in voting conducted by the Pro Football Writers of America, PFWA. Los Angeles Rams linebacker Jarrett Verse, who led the NFL rookies in quarterback hits, pressures, and hurries, is the 2024 Defensive Rookie of the Year. He had himself a ball game against the Eagles on Sunday. in a loss. Daniels, the second overall selection in the 2024 NFL Draft out of LSU, started all 17 games for the Commanders and completed 331 of 480 passes, 69%, which is ridiculous. Sixth in the NFL, right? Sixth best in the NFL for 3,568 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a passer rating of 100.1, which was good for seventh best in the NFL. He also had 148 rush attempts for 891 yards, second most among NFL quarterbacks, obviously behind Lamar Jackson, and 6 touchdowns. He is the first player in NFL history to record over 1,000 passing yards and over 250 rushing yards in his first 5 career games. Daniels also is the first rookie and 5th player in NFL history to record a completion percentage of 80% or higher in 4 games in a season, and the 6th rookie quarterback to throw 5 touchdowns in a game. His 31 touchdowns, 25 passing, 6 rushing, and his 891 rushing yards are both second among all NFL rookies this season, okay? So only one rookie, which is a running back, I would presume, had more rushing yards than him, and only one rookie had more passing yards than him, and I would assume that was probably Bo Nix, is my guess. He is and also rushed for 55 first downs. He was the NFL Offensive Player of the Week in Week 3 and the NFL's Offensive Player of the Month for September. Daniels is the second player in Washington history to be selected as the PFWA's Rookie of the Year, as running back Mike Thomas captured the award in 1975. Daniels is also the second Washington player to be named the Pro Football Writers of America's Offensive Rookie of the Year, joining quarterback Robert Griffin III, who won the award in 2012. So congratulations to our guy, Jayden Daniels, on sweeping the award essentially by winning both the Offensive Rookie of the Year and the Rookie of the Year, as voted on by the Pro Football Writers of America. That is not the last award he's going to win. Most certainly not the last award he's going to win this year. And we're hoping that it comes with some more hardware, like an MVP trophy in the Super Bowl after we win, and he's the most valuable player of that game. That's what we're after right now. That's the one that we're really trying to get our hands on. But because we got the Offensive Rookie of the Year already in the bag, but we want so much more, right? So first things up, go get that NFC conference, right? Go get that NFC trophy, that conference trophy, right? Go get that on Sunday in Philly, and then after that, we go after the Lombardi, right? That's the goal. That's the kind of hardware we're looking to add to the cabinet back in Ashburn. So congratulations to him. A lot more where that came from, and it's just the starting of this. It's just the start of this, right? He's only just begun to start winning these awards, man. So proud of him, so proud of this team, and so proud of all the accomplishments that have taken place. But the job is not done. Far from it. And as I said last week when we were this close to getting to the championship game for the first time since 91, we too damn close to stop now. The Super Bowl is right there. I can reach out and touch it. I can smell it. We too damn close to turn back now. So let's make it happen. So as I told y'all earlier, for those of you who didn't see it earlier, repeating it again, we are doing a watch party. And we're not canceling this one, okay? Different venue, still in Richmond, at Stadium Bar, Sports Bar in Richmond. Doors open at 1. Obviously, the game kicks off at 3, so the tailgate will kick off at 1 o'clock. Looking to have a great time amongst you guys. Love being with my people and watching the game. It was a blast the first time. I'm looking to do it again. So If you bought tickets the first time, and I think I'm going to reach out to everybody. I know some of you have already reached out based off the first video that I did, but I'm going to reach out to everyone via email that purchased tickets for the last watch party that did not happen and see if you want to just carry those tickets over to the new watch party, which is perfectly fine by us, or if you want a refund because you're not going to be able to make it. Either way, we can arrange for that to take place. So I'll reach out to everyone, see if they are looking to come out. I have a link for hotel accommodations if you are looking for them. Now, here's the kicker, right? So pressure's on because we got a link to a hotel room, right, and an accommodation, but at Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. So essentially you got till Friday, midnight on Friday, right, to take advantage of this deal, because after that the deal expires and it goes back to the regular room rate. All right, the room rate is like $175 and they're doing it for us for $115. So you got until Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. if you're looking to stay with the hotel accommodations that we have. Hit me up. I can send you the link and make you, and so you can make that happen. All right. So again, if you got any questions, any concerns, hit me up, LouieTeeNetwork@gmail.com, and I'll answer your questions as best as possible. Also, the link to buying the tickets is in the comment section of this video. I will pin it, and it's also in the description. However, tickets aren't going to be available until 8 o'clock tonight. Tickets go on sale 8 o'clock tonight. So if you've already gone to the site looking to buy tickets and it says that this event has already passed, no worries. We're updating the site right now, and the tickets will be available tonight at 8 o'clock. Speaking of tonight, 8:30, Commander Kings are live and in color, and boy, we got a lot to talk about. Celebrate! You talk about celebrating. Yeah, we finna turn up tonight, man. It's a celebration, but we are not done. We are not done. Far from it. We still have business to attend to, and it just so happens that the dirty, nasty, filthy Philadelphia Eagles are in the way. So we're going to have to take care of business, but looking forward to it without question. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, your man Louie T, here on Commanders Nightly News. Tomorrow, we turn the page and we start to focus our attention on this massive showdown for the third time with the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll hear from DQ. We'll hear from Jayden Daniels. We'll get our first look at the injury report and see what that looks like. And we'll start to really hone in on these matchups. Tomorrow, we'll watch film together. And so we can kind of put a pretty bow on this Detroit Lions win and start to turn our attention to the biggest game in this franchise's history in the last 30 years. So look forward to seeing you then. Tomorrow, NFC East Super Friends at 8:30 over on the NFC East Super Friends channel. And then Thursday night, I will be live here on the Louie T Network as we will start to go behind enemy lines and start to go and attack this game with vigor. So I will see you guys later on this evening along with the rest of the Kangs. And until then, I'm your man Louie T signing off. Remember, watch party back in full effect. Tickets go on sale tonight at 8. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Look forward to chopping it up with y'all in person as we root on the good guys and get ready to punch our ticket to Nolans. Y'all ready? Let's get it, baby. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Here comes the diesel. Here comes the diesel. There's the snap, hand to Riggins. Good hole. He's got the first down.